What's up, everybody? I'm back for another week of talking True Detective Night Countries. We are officially halfway done with this season. There will, of course, be some spoilers for the third episode here in my review, so make sure you're caught up with the season before you continue this video. And with that out of the way, let's get into the episode. First off, are the cons, the things that didn't work in this episode for me, and something I think is actually holding the entire season back, even behind the third season of this show. That thing holding this season back, in my opinion, is the way the story is being laid out. Of course, this is subject to change because you can't truly judge a TV story until the season's over, but halfway through here, I'm very concerned because it's like the plot points have to get through a pool of molasses to make their point. Part of that problem is the side story with Officer Navarro, in my opinion, which is slowly coming together and coming into the main story, to be fair, but it's still awfully far behind the stories of the other co-leads or second cops, detectives in previous seasons. And also, it's an unfortunate reality that I just haven't been personally impressed by Kali Reese's performance this season. And maybe, maybe you can blame the material, the writing for that. I'm not really sure, but I am hoping she can at least finish the season on a strong note. And my last complaint about this episode is the opening scene. Seasons 1 through 3, I was always immediately roped into the episodes, even if they fell off throughout the episode, which was mainly in season 3, as the opening scenes to episodes were just top notch, and this season does not have that so far, missing on 2 out of the 3 episodes, at least for me. That's enough complaining though, because this was a decent episode at the end of the day. I thought the partnership between Danvers and Navarro, even though Navarro's story hasn't been great, took a nice step this week. They have been pretty solid with their bickering throughout this season, which it is one of my favorite parts of each season of this show. There's also a side story I'm starting to actually like, shockingly, and that's this new thing with Officer Hank Pryor covering up stuff related to the case involving Navarro's friend. That's all starting to unfold, and I really like that. It seems like it's definitely going to have a major impact on this current case. A really nice touch on the season, if you ask me. And finally, I can't review this episode without praising Jodie Foster because she's been phenomenal throughout the first 3 episodes here. It was just brilliant casting by the creative team behind this show, and much like Mahershala Ali did in season 3 of the show, she's putting on her hiking boots and carrying this cast through the first half of the season. Then I'm going to double down on my prediction or theory, whatever you want to say, from last week, and that this mystery chick that's supposed to be meeting Pryor, the older Pryor, is fake. She doesn't exist, and I'm confident now in saying she's going to be this supernatural being of evil that we're dealing with in the season. I even think she somehow has control of Hank Pryor, and he's the one who left the tongue back at the station in episode 1, and that's why he covered up part of the old case. And so that'll do it for my review of the third episode of True Detective Night Country. I'm still a little nervous here about this only having 6 episodes compared to 8 with where the story is and everything, but it's coming together and can still finish strong. I haven't given up on it yet. But go ahead and let me know what you thought of this episode and the first half of the season, I guess, now that we're at mid-season, down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.